This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Oh, well, welcome back, everybody. It's almost the start of the second quarter here. The Vikings with a 19-13 lead. We want to let everybody know that our camera crew out there tonight, we've got Zach Wiggins and Aaron Dunlop, and we also have Allie DeClaire taking care of the replay and graphics for you guys. Just the graphics that would be Isabel Granados. And our director tonight in the truck also is Heather Stilson, and once again, they've done a fantastic job here tonight. And Gaylord takes control here to start the second quarter.
Vikings start with Runstrom, Raphael, Wild, Mickelson, and Baker on the court.
Quick steal right there by the Vikings. And here comes Baker, and he's going to kick it over to Mickelson as the Vikings run three to this side. Baker and Raphael set some screens for each other. Baker's looking for penetration, doesn't find it. Got a little three-man game going. Here comes Runstrom over to this corner. Mickelson cuts. Plays the body well and forces that in. I think he could have got an and one there.
Aiden Raphael, nice cut.
Nice cut and a nice work from Charlie Runstrom on that to help set that up. Vikings by 7. This is number 2 again, Jared Landry with the ball. He kind of sets and runs the quarterback position, I guess you could say, on the Blue Devil offense here, like Baker does for the Vikings. This is McKenzie. He's going to go baseline. Raphael steps in and cuts it off.
Good help. Right where he's supposed to be on the help.
That's a nice decision right there by Aiden. Nothing really going. Just looked around, didn't see what he wanted, pulled it out. Mickelson with maybe a quick shot right there, Mike. I think the Vikings like that shot from Mickelson. It's a little early in the possession, I think, for them.
You know, it's okay to keep moving it. They can get that shot, right?
Especially when you're up by 7. Yep. You can get the shot next time it comes around, I think. Blue Devils keeping it under the basket. Right there is Corey Deere. He's got the ball. He kicks it out high. Long three-pointer. That's from your range, Mike. Jared Landry was a little too far away there.
Outside of my range. But, and that's the same discussion for Gaylord, I'm sure. Is that the shot we need right there?
Yes. That's early in the season.
Down by 8, 6.5 play in a second. Let's work one around.
Baker penetrates, and his shot is a little off. The rebound is yanked down by Corey Deere. And here comes the Blue Devils quickly down the floor. In that corner with the ball right there is Timmy Boschny. Penetrating is Jared Landry, and his shot is off. Baker with that rebound. Vikings come back. Runstrom pops out to the three-point line. His shot is off. And that shot is also off. 2 good threes right there as the Vikings played 5-on-4 as Jared Landry wasn't able to get back into the play. And unfortunately, Mike, 2 great shots. Couldn't put either one in.
Good look by Charlie Runstrom. He's going to get his.
Tyler's another one of the players, you're looking at who doesn't have a lot of varsity game experience. He had to battle against some pretty solid teammates last year, which always makes you better. And smart, heady kid. He's going to do some good things for the guys as the season goes on. As long as Charlie doesn't eat too much of his sister's baking. She's quite the cook, Katie Runstrom is.
Here's Levi Klotz in the game for Cale Mickelson.
I think we see really the second team foul right there on Cale.
I think, the Vikings looking at really the development of, like you said, Charlie Runstrom in the offensive end, and then getting Levi Klotz and Logan Wild and Evan Bohr up and running with those guys, so to speak.
We got a off-the-ball screen violation called against the Blue Devils. Number 4 with that, which is Kyler McKenzie, his first foul. Vikings with an 8-point lead, 5 minutes and 20-some to go here. Vikings have kind of settled for that three-point shot here in the last few minutes.
Number 3, Charlie Runstrom knocks one down.
Drains that one.
He does have a nice soft touch.
He does. He's got a good-looking shot. We got a timeout here by Gaylord, Mike. that'll give us a chance. I want to just kind of pass on a little information here about some of the things going on for the Cadillac basketball program. If you're out there and you're interested for grades 3, 4, 5, and 6, Cadillac boys travel basketball. Tryouts are coming up this Sunday here, December 2nd. If you need some information on that, shoot an email out to jason.main@k12.mi.us. And Jason can get you started on that. And also the Little Vikes Basketball Academy, which actually starts tomorrow morning from this broadcast right now, first day of December. Obviously, I think if you miss tomorrow morning because you get this a little later on in the weekend, you can come back next weekend. It's every Saturday for a little bit of December and January. You should contact Ryan Benzenberg, and I'll give you his phone number here, everybody. That would be 231-468-7260. Off the bench with that second foul, a little short on that shot, is Charbonneau. Vikings beat the Blue Devils back, but Charbonneau cleans up that mess and rejects Aiden Raphael.
The Vikings had a little rash of personal fouls the last 2 trips down the court. One on Kale, then one on, I believe it was on Charlie Runstrom, then one on Tip Baker.
A little bit of a low-scoring first quarter here. The Vikings with 24, but second quarter almost now, halfway done. Blue Devils just with 13 points, as we see number 10. Riley Gopinski stepped to the line, and he drains that one. Second one also good. So back come the Vikings. This is Baker. Gets a screen from Runstrom. Penetrates, doesn't see what he likes. Picks up his dribble. Slides it out to Runstrom. Charlie finds Raphael. He goes baseline. Gets trapped down there. Kicks it far corner. Evan Bohr is off with that shot. Nice call by the referee there. Good jump ball call. It will stay with the Vikings.
That on the floor jump ball call is kind of a point of emphasis this year with not diving on the floor on top of people.
A little safety issue there.
They're going to call it a personal foul if you dive on top. You can just go in and grab the ball.
Baker kicks it out off the double screen.
Levi Klotz.
Klotz drills a three. That's a handful of threes right now for the Vikings already, Mike. If they get any more, you're going to have to pull your shoes off to start counting them.
I've already lost count.
Great hustle right here by the Vikings, number 21. Evan Bohr causes that turnover. That's what you want to see.
David Johns checking in for Aiden Raphael. Halfway through the second quarter.
Klotz inbounding here. He finds Johns. Comes back to Baker. Kicks it out.
Klotz.
And Klotz again.
Three.
Is that 2 in a row for him?
That is 2 in a row.
We got another quick timeout here.
Number 2 for Gaylord went down on that last play.
Is that what it was?
Head on the floor. They're going to be checking on him.
No, that's a good call by the officials right there. Make sure we don't have an injury right there. And we see Jimmy Bouchane and checking in for him. Putnam's going to inbound it here. Riley Gopinski will get the Blue Devils into their offense. They're down 15 here in the second quarter. Early season Big North basketball here. Not too often that you start your season with a Big North Conference game. That puts Gaylord kind of behind the 8 ball here tonight.
Big disadvantage for them for sure. And then also I was talking with Eric Runstrom before the game, one assistant coach, is about film exchange. And, of course, Gaylord doesn't have any games yet. And so Cadillac was not required to trade film.
Yep. Great defense by the Vikings causes a 5-second inbound violation and a turnover. We can see number 50 checking in right now, Cordell LaRose. He's coming in for Putnam, and so Kyler McKenzie's coming in. He's checking in for number 12, Carson Game. That's a perfect name for a basketball player. He's got game, right, Mike? Here comes Baker and the Vikings.
Nice flare. Klotz again.
Almost 3 in a row off of that. That's a nice look by the Vikings. I don't know if that's designed to go to him, but you're looking to maybe feed the hot hand there.
Little flare screen. Just like he cut the ball very cleanly.
Yeah,
and
looked like it was rolling in his hands.
Sure
Good
did.
eye. Well, Mike, you step into action next week. Is that correct? As the girls get their season underway.
Yeah, the girls team travels to Reed City on Tuesday, December 4th, for our first game of the season. And then also that same night, the boys are home against Reed City.
Kopinski is off with that free throw attempt. Charbonneau almost controls the rebounds. The Vikings knock it out of bounds. It'll stay to Gaylord. I think that's number 10, Riley Kopinski, going to take this in bounds. Kicks it in the corner. He hit one from there earlier. I was thinking the same thing. What a nice, strong rebound right there. Cordell LaRose with a strong rebound and maybe a pretty good foul right there by the Vikings, sending him to the free throw line, because where he's shooting from underneath, he's probably going to make about 95% of those. And usually you're not quite that high percentage from the free throw line. We'll see what Cordell does here. He gets 2. Everything but in. Ball's tipped out back to him, and look where he ends up, right underneath the basket.
I don't see how you don't keep him in the game just for the size of him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that got his own rebound, one big power dribble.
Baker penetrates. Little running one-hander is a little bit off. That one's off too. I think we got a clean-out foul right there.
If it's on 22, it's going to be tough.
I don't think it is. I think that's on LaRose.
Ooh, they're going to call it on the Vikings.
Oh, you're right. It is called on the Vikings.
Go down and shoot.
It's not what the Vikings want to do. As I think David Johns picked up that foul. It looks like that's already his second foul. He comes out. Runstrom checking in for him. So if you're interested in joining that list of sponsors, everybody, you can contact the 26 Sports and CCTV station directly if you want to give them a phone call. You can dial up 577-1844. You could also go to mynews26.com and get some information there, and we'd love to have you join that select group sponsoring our games here tonight. Cadillac Tire, Fox Motors, and Pizza Plus of Cadillac.
I saw Steve Anderson in the house from Cadillac Tire tonight, right behind the Vikings bench. Wow.
Vikings are getting beat up on the boards here in the last 2 minutes of this game. LaRose's second free throw is long, but Charbonneau gets a rebound underneath, and he gets fouled, so he steps to the line for 2. That's not going to make the coaching staff real pleased, as they're getting banged on the boards a little bit. And they have inside position.
Chance to cut it to 10. Barczewski checks in for Logan Wild.
I think Charbonneau 2 for 2 from the line, 3 for 3 make that now for the game. I've got him for a total of 5 points. Let's see what the Vikings do with Runstrom running the offense here. That's Klotz, back to Runstrom. Swings it to Raphael.
Need more movement. Get him moving.
Barczewski over to Bohr. Bohr gets a little penetration. Then does Rundstrom. And then you get that good kick flow
Levi
pass out.
Klotz again.
Levi Klotz, good foot set. Charlie Rundstrom puts it right in his breadbasket, makes the shot a lot easier. Nice movement by the Vikings, results in 3. Right now, the Vikings do not have an answer inside for Mr. Charbonneau. It's just a little physically too big for him.
Good jumper.
Yes. Strong kid. He's using his body well. Seals the kids off. The Vikings' weak side defense just a hair late getting there, and Charbonneau misses his first free throw attempt of the game. This will be his 5th free throw attempt already. He's 3 for 4. Give him that one.
See how the Vikings finished out this first half with 2 to play.
Ooh, yep, you did.
That's always difficult for the point guard who's coming down and sees that action happening, and then they get ready to play the ball, and the guy starts to back cut.
Kyler McKenzie, number 4, with the ball right here. Defended out top, crosses over, kicks it in over to Gopinski. They really wanted that ball to go inside there, didn't they? Not able to get it in there. Gopinski looks for him. He kind of caught LaRose just a little bit with his weight centered back, and he wasn't able to lean forward into that pass.
That's good defense by Barczewski. Also good defense by Levi Klotz to not let that pass materialize into the post.
Baker to Rundstrom. And I think this is a nice move here by the Vikings too, Mike, to let Rundstrom kind of set the offense up here. Frees Baker up a little bit more, but it also gives you somebody else kind of setting your offense up if something were to happen to Baker, foul trouble, injury-wise. You got to get that experience in there.
Well, I think Tip has 2 fouls right now, so he's out. I think they'll probably keep him out for the rest of the half with his 2.
McKenzie. Oh, that's out of bounds.
Did not come back in and establish.
No. Nice job, Aiden Raphael kind of not giving him the potential to get in bounds there, too, as he's running that baseline, keeping him out there.
Charbonneau was pleading his case, saying that he was pushed, and I'm pretty sure he was.
Yep.
If Aiden Raphael was guarding along the baseline, I'm sure he's been coached to bump the cutter.
40 seconds to go. The Vikings take a quick timeout here, 45 to go. They have a 12-point lead. You are watching 26 Sports and CCTV. High school boys basketball from Cadillac. Tonight, the Vikings are playing host to the Gaylord Blue Devils in Big North Conference action. In the truck tonight, Mike, Heather Stilson and Isabel Granados. They're taking care of all of the graphics, all of the coordination going on behind the scenes. And our camera operators, Allie DeClaire, Aaron Dunlop, and Zach Wiggins.
Yeah, big thanks to them for putting the broadcast together for everybody at home.
We want to let everybody know that all of our boys basketball, girls basketball, and hockey broadcasts this winter, along with all the football we did this fall, are all available on DVD. You know, Christmas right around the corner. You might want to order up some of the DVD kinds of things. Those costs help offset some of the camera crews, some of the things we have going on here. And if you want to get a hold of cctv-cadillac.org or mynews26.com, get something for the stocking there. 30 seconds to go. The Vikings just being patient. Blue Devils content to let them chew down the clock here. We'll see what the Vikings do with about maybe 15 to go.
The Vikings had Tip Baker and Kilmixon check back in for this last possession. And I'm sure Coach Binsberg has something he wants to run with these guys. 10 seconds now.
Penetrate. Oh, we got a little bit of a travel. Nope, jump ball call. Let's see what the Vikings do here. I think we're going to get some quick subs in there. Get some of those guys that got those that have those 2 fouls out real quick. I might see the Vikings to maybe pick up maybe 3/4 court here, Mike.
Yeah, he's taking
Slow
Cale
the ball
Mickelson
down
and
a little
Titmaker
bit.
back out with 2 fouls. So we don't get a silly foul with 4.7 to go.
You know, Gaylord knew what to do.
Hey,
They had a
2.7.
set play run out of that. You can tell they've been in the gym. Vikings defended it well, blocked that shot. And our half is going to end, Mike, 33-21. Cadillac Vikings in control. Everybody, we're going to take a short break. Mike and I will be back with a little halftime recap. We'll